So June was another slow month for Caledon. So the stats just came out, and let's get right into it. By the way, if you guys need any help buying or selling, you can call or text me at this number. But that is not why you're here, so I'm not going to waste your time with a sales pitch. But if you guys do enjoy this kind of stuff like stats heavy, please consider liking and subscribing because it just kind of helps the channel grow. It kind of cheers me up. And let's go to number of sales. So it was not the slowest month of the year. I just did a Brampton video where for Brampton, June was the slowest month of the year, but not for Caledon, but I mean, not by much. January is still the slowest at 47 sales. Keep in mind, this is just what's reported on the Toronto Real Estate Board on the MLS. Okay, June had 58 sales only, and May was at 77, as you guys remember. And look at the peak of the market, like 102, 120. Okay, so that's the number of homes sold on the Toronto Real Estate Board. Now, it's not a very big market for like condos and stuff. So detached homes make 77% of the market. This is based on number of sales in June. And freehold townhouses make about 13.8%, and semi-detaches are about 9%. Okay, just give you a rough idea of what the market is. Now, what I've done is I've gone like every single month, January to June. So this is for detached homes, this is for semis, this is for freehold townhouses. And you can see here, like for detached homes, they peaked in January and they've been going down steadily ever since. Had a little bit of a bump in May, but is back to the lowest it has been all year. Semi-detached homes, they've been going down steadily ever since January. Freehold townhouses, the same thing, but you can see here, like the amount decreased in terms of like how much the prices went down. It's not that crazy as compared to like detached houses. So detached homes always drop the most, like anytime there's a shift in the market. Now let's get into the numbers because I think that's what everybody wants to see. Detached homes on average, like this is average prices right now, they're down $512,000 just from January to June. That is a crazy number. Like that's insane. So if you were able to sell your house like somewhere around here, congrats, you guys did well. You timed the market really well. But right now, if you guys are planning to sell anytime soon, this is kind of the numbers you're probably looking at. So that's for average prices. Now let's look at median. Median prices are at they're down $319,000. That's for detached homes in median prices only. They were at about $1.9 million in January. They actually peaked in February at 1.917, and now they're at about 1.57. Okay, so that's for detached homes median only in Caledon. Semi-detached homes, they're down $427,000, like only 6 months. That's a huge drop. They also peaked in January. They were selling almost at $1.4 million, and now they're selling under $1 million. So if you've been waiting for some semi-detached home, if you're thinking of buying, like now's probably your chance. And I don't know, maybe if you wait a couple more weeks, it might drop even more. So yeah, like look at the drop. Like that's a crazy amount, a big drop for a semi-detached. Now, if you look at semi-median, they're down $359,000, and that they also peaked in January. They were at 1.37, and now they're selling just above $1 million. Okay, so that is for semi-detached median homes only in Caledon. For Caledon, I'm only going to cover detached homes, semi-detached, and freeholds because it's not really a big market for condos. Now let's look at freehold townhouses average. On average, look at this one. They actually peaked in March, 1.18. So since January, they've dropped almost $200,000. So if you wanted to pick up a freehold townhouse, you can probably get one under $1 million. Now, obviously, this is for all of Caledon. I do realize, like before some agents get angry at me, I do realize like Caledon has like a whole bunch of different neighborhoods. So each neighbor is going to perform a little bit differently. Some are busier, some are slower, but this is all of Caledon. Freehold townhouses median, and this was all, they peaked in March as well, like 1.23. But comparing it to January only, 1.19, and now the median price for a freehold townhouse is $962,000, down $227,000. Cancel listings, like how many listings got canceled in the month of June? Same thing here. Winter was super busy, so there was no reason to cancel a listing. Basically, anything you put up, like it was gone in a few days. So not many cancellations here. And you can see when the rates started going up, that's when the cancellations started popping up because things were not selling at the price that they were hoping for. So cancellations are way up. May had 115, June had 104, and price drop. So this is what's on the market right now. So this is this is as up to date as you can get because I just pulled these numbers up like about 10 minutes ago. So hopefully this is of use to you guys when you guys are making decisions on buying and selling. This is how many listings are active right now on the MLS, 281 in Caledon. And out of the 281, 52 of them have had to drop their price because they were not getting the price they were looking for. So the price changes are at 52. And out of 281, 209 of them have been on the market for longer than 2 weeks. I always say in this video, I always say in every video, prices are obviously the most important. Yeah, you want to know how much your house can sell for. But there's a lot of other like these kinds of stats I think give a better pulse of the market, because if you guys are thinking of selling your house, you want to know, okay, like, hey, wait a minute, like how come things are sitting on the market much longer? Like how long is my house going to take to sell? And like this one here, like this is the kind of stuff you want to be discussing with your agent when you're talking to them about listing your house. Hopefully you're talking to me. I'm also an agent. But like you want to ask them like, hey, what are my chances of selling in this market? Like, am I going to sell or not? And what kind of price am I going to get? What are my chances of being on this list, like having my listing canceled? And if I'm not happy, the way things are going in a month or two, do I have the option to cancel the listing, or are you going to charge me a penalty? Like those kinds of things I think you guys want to discuss with your agent, because the last thing you want is be locked up in a contract for 6 months and not go anywhere. Okay, so just a heads up on that. Now, also want to cover SNLR. It just means a sales to new listings ratio. So the industry just uses, like, this is not like a scientific formula or anything. It's just like a rough guideline. Basically, they say over 60% ratio is that you are in a seller's market, under 40 is a buyer's market, and in between that is a balanced market. So I just did a video for Brampton, so I have the same chart pulled up here. I pulled up February and June. So we're looking at this number here, SNLR right there. Now, if you look for Caledon and you go right there, you were at 68.2%. So that's for all types of homes. And now that has dropped to 55.6. So that's a decent drop. That's like over 10% drop. And according to this number, we're in a balanced market. But if you look at some of the other stats and just by being out in the field, like showing houses and stuff every day, I will say we're kind of in a buyer's market. So I think that's about all the stuff I want to show you guys. Like I said before, this kind of stuff takes me a long time to prepare. So if you guys enjoy this kind of stuff, like and subscribe, be awesome. It kind of just helps the channel grow. And I think that's about it. And if you guys need any help, but I know that's not why you're here, so I won't waste your time. Thanks. See ya.